It's me and Dirty 30.
Got a dirty 30 on me.
Dirty. Keep a dirty 30, Stephen Curry. Nigga call it Dirty 30. Man, I got this dirty 30. Dirty 30, working on me. With dirty 30. Dirty 30. Got a dirty 30, got a dirty 30, got a dirty 30, got a dirty 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Dirty 30 podcast, man. We are back on the air after a long 7-month absence. We had to build us a brand new studio in a brand new location. Some of you may have seen the pictures on social media. Our departure was due to the fucked up environment of our last studio spot. It was flooding way too much anytime it rained, and I mean anytime, but this new studio is already feeling like Dirty 30 Studios, baby. We got a brand new logo, courtesy of our guy, Heem. We're on YouTube now. You guys can see our lovely faces. Man, and I'm with the fellas. Golly, fellas, how does it feel to be back?
It feels really fucking good, man. It's been way too long. What's it been, 6 months?
7 months, bro.
Yeah, that shit's way too long. It's unacceptable. Hey, we're back. Dirty 30 faithful.
Oh, yeah, it feels great. It definitely feels great. I love doing this with my best friends of all time. So this is an amazing experience.
Yes, sir. And as always, I'm your host, Buzzer Larkin. To the right of me, I got my man CK Chad Kelly. And to the left of me, I got my man Brady Man. I mean D-Man in the building, down and ready to clown.
Yes,
Brady Man, let's get right into it, man. But before we get going here, we're going to do a little special for you guys. So to kick the season off, we want to bless one of our Dirty 30 faithful out there with a $75 Amazon gift card. And to enter is extremely easy. Later on in our show, we're going to say a keyword that you can text to our Dirty 30 hotline with your first, last name, and email address, and that's automatically going to enter you into the random drawing with the grand prize being the $75 gift card.
Free bread, y'all.
Free money.
Miss a chance.
How could you not?
Chance to win free money.
Right. How could you not like free money?
For real.
What's going on here? So be sure to keep them ears peeled because it's going to be coming here later in the show, and we know that we will be nothing without you guys, so we want to hook you guys up. Thank you guys so much, man. All right, let's just get right into it here. March Madness, you guys. Is there really a better time than March? It's like beautiful, man. The March Madness tournament, it's the greatest sporting spectacle in the world. I think so. Just for sure, man. Just do a quick recap here. The 15-seeded St. Peter's Peacocks, hailing from Jersey City, New Jersey, they've certainly turned the most heads, I would say. They took out 2nd-seeded Kentucky in round 1 and 7th-seeded Murray State in round 2, sealing the deal as the only 15th seed ever to reach the Elite 8 by upsetting Purdue last night. Now, let's shine some light on Miami, too. Miami's only a 10 seed, and they've been surprising everybody. They took down number 2 Auburn on their way to the Elite 8, and they've won their last 2 games by double-digit points. So as we record this episode right now on Saturday, March 26th at about noon, the Elite 8 is set with these matchups: Nova versus Houston, Duke versus Arkansas, UNC versus St. Peter's, and Kansas versus Miami. Now, we didn't all three do a Dirty 30 bracket together, but let's run through the remaining teams and see, with our best Dirty 30 knowledge, who's going to be crowned the King of March. CK, start us off with Arkansas versus Duke. Who you got in that?
I got Duke easily winning that one. I feel like there's so much emotions going on with Duke, with Coach K being his last year. We got Jeremy Roach playing fantastic championship ball. We got Ben Caro, who's an NBA lottery pick to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially, yeah, he's proven it.
But yeah, I really feel like Duke will win by 5 or 6.
Okay. Dylan, Duke, Arkansas.
I got to go with Duke as well, man. You know, I would love to go against the grain and pick Arkansas, and, you know, it's March, so upsets can happen, but I personally do believe Duke is going to win that game.
Okay, that's all right.
Love hearing that,
that's okay, and I'm going to be the one that goes against you guys. I'm going to pick Arkansas because nobody counted this SEC team in. I literally remember reading last week they were playing Gonzaga. It's like, man, they've already written them off. Like, they just said Gonzaga. It's basically Gonzaga's moving forward. I was never high on Gonzaga, man. That Chet Holmgren kid looks like a fucking donkey in the face. So that's my take on that.
Yeah, Gonzaga they never play anybody worth a shit throughout the year. Their conference is bad.
But they play against soft teams.
You guys, hold up. Do you guys still think that Chet Holmgren is going to be a top 5 pick, though?
For sure.
He's projected top 3.
Yeah,
he's projected top 3 pick.
His build is ridiculous. He has like a generational type build. You only see every 10, 20 years.
Do you think he could get to that Durant level in terms of assassin?
No. See, bro, I hate it when they were
He's getting him.
He don't have the handles like KD. That's That's one thing about KD's game that's slept on, bro. It's his ball handling.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, he can bring that ball up so high with them long arms and just
Double crossover.
like how much ground is he covering when he does it? You know what I mean? It's
know.
literally like a.
Oh my.
Okay, moving on. No, we got to move forward here, guys. UNC versus Cinderella St. Peter's. Dylan, let's start with you. Who you got in that one?
Dude, I got UNC, man, 100%. St. Peter's is having a sensational run right now, but I
do
UNC is just-
specifically remember hearing you last night say like, "There's no way St. Peter's beats Purdue. There's just no way."
Yeah, I didn't see that happening. They definitely shocked me. I thought Jaden Ivey was gonna. He did some magical shit towards the end. If he would have hit that last shot and put it to OT, it would have been even crazier. But it was a good try, and I think UNC is gonna beat St. Peter's. That's just me.
CK, what you got?
I got UNC too as well, but I feel like this game's gonna be a lot closer than what people think. I feel like it's not gonna be a blowout or you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be like a 2-point, 3-point win for UNC.
Oh, I know.
Like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. St. Peter's has been like a double-digit underdog in damn near every game, and then they just keep on winning. They keep on winning.
you parlay players out there, pick the points of St. Peter's.
Yeah, honestly, if they're giving
yeah.
them anything close to 10, you should take it. They've proven themselves by now. But I'm the clear-cut UNC fan here. Man, I tell you what, of all the matchups of the teams that are left, I'm kind of happy we got St. Peter's, but at the same time, I'm not sleeping on them. They are good, super good. I just seen Hubert Davis say last night that when he goes into the tournament, nobody is seeded. It's like everybody. He said he don't even look at the seed. So I like hearing that from my coach. I don't think he's gonna let the Cinderella storyline upset us. So I'm gonna take UNC as well. Moving forward here to the South Division, Houston versus Nova. Quite possibly the best Elite Eight game we have. Chad, who you got?
I got Houston from the simple fact that they just play defense, man. They play lockdown defense, and defense wins championships. We all heard that growing up as kids. But I don't know. Nova's always good at this time of year. Always. They're always a team to look out for. But I think Houston's special this year. I think it's their year.
Yeah, and Nova always there. Jay Wright always has them boys right, don't he?
Jay Wright's nice.
And I don't know if you've been watching the Houston games, but Kelvin Sampson is like, he be going mad on the sideline. He will yell at players, coaches, anybody, referees especially.
Intensity's beautiful. Bro.
It's clear how them boys play is from Kelvin Sampson's intensity. Dylan, who you got?
Oh, yeah, man. See, I was kind of leaning Houston when I first made this bracket, but now at this point right now, I'm kind of second-guessing myself. I'm starting to think that Nova, from what I've seen so far of Nova playing, they do play good-ass ball. They play solid D, and they have some hoopers. They got some shooters, too. Like, they just play.
Gillespie or
Gillespie.
They just play good ball, man, and I think that it's going to be a really good-ass game. I honestly couldn't tell you which way it's going to go, but I'm starting to feel Nova. I feel Nova.
Boy, I like it too. Before the tournament even started, I placed a $10 bet on Houston to win it all, so I'm sticking with my guns here. I'm taking Houston. There's nothing else for me to even say. Let's go down to the Midwest, though. We got Kansas playing the sleeper Miami Hurricanes, who have looked pretty good. They just killed Iowa State last night. CK, who you got in that one?
I think this is going to be a blowout. This is going to be the only blowout in the Elite Eight. Kansas is going to win by 10, 15 points.
Nice. Okay.
And Miami's been playing great ball, too, but
this is the end of the run.
They ain't ran into a team like Kansas. It's not going to be a good game.
That's interesting. D-Man, what you got over there, man? Is Miami going to continue their upsets?
I got Kansas as well, man. I think Kansas is playing really good-ass basketball right now, man. And Miami's probably going to put up a fight, but I say Kansas by like 6.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Man, I watched that Kansas-Providence game, and Kansas has had to lead the whole time. Like, and Providence is a good team, and the Providence couldn't really fuck with them. But I'm going to take Miami, man. I'm taking them boys from Southern Florida, dude, with the tan skin, living light. Now, I'm playing one of their best players is the white redhead kid. You know how they can't get tan. He just, like, looked like a pale ghost. But I'm going to take Miami, man, because they got a lot of fight and a lot of grit. I think this year the one seeds ain't that great this year. And Kansas is the last of the Mohicans when it comes to the 1 seed, and I don't think they're going to be moving forward here. So on to the Final Four then. Let's go with D-Man first. D-Man, you have Duke and UNC. Who are you taking in that matchup?
I got Duke in that matchup, man, personally. I think it's going to be a good-ass game, especially considering the rivalry and how far the history goes back. But it's going to be I think it's going to be the Duke show. I think Ben Caro is going to have what we call a draft rising performance.
I thought he was going to say something ignorant right there. Man, me and Chad know it firsthand and best. In these Duke UNC games, it don't matter the ranking. It don't matter nothing. It don't matter nothing matter. Anything's possible. So with that being said, CK, I think you also have the same matchup, Duke versus UNC.
Well,
Who you taking?
I'm taking Duke. Simple fact that UNC played Duke at the end of the year and completely destroyed Coach K's final home game.
That's true.
And had him feeling some type of way. I feel like Duke's feeling some type of way about that. I feel like they're gonna come out really hungry. Duke right now, we want UNC. Like that's who we want. You know what I mean? I can't wait till we get them, and we're gonna blow them out by 15, 20.
Okay.
That's not a biased opinion either. It's just what's gonna happen.
Man, that's tough right there. It's on record. So I don't even have Duke even making the Final Four. I got Arkansas, and I think UNC is gonna make real slight work of Arkansas. I mean, Armando Beku, he's a beast. He's a big boy. Like he'll get a putback. He'll box you out. And we got a lot of skilled players. A lot of players to bail us out if we can't make shots offensively. It's going to be an exciting game for sure. It's going to be exciting. So I got UNC making it out of that side. You guys got Duke making it out of that side. To the other side, we'll start with CK. CK, you got Houston versus Kansas, right?
Yes.
Houston versus Kansas. Who you got in that one?
Houston. I have Houston making it to the championship because their defense, like I said, defense wins championships. But they're not going to win. They're going to fall short to Duke. Coach K's last year, he'll deliver a 6th championship and fly off into the sunset.
Fly off into retirement. Probably go win an Oscar or something afterwards and shit. Or I don't know. He'll be great at something. But Dylan, so you have Houston versus Kansas, right?
No. See, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm going Nova. I originally.
Oh, Nova. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I'm going Nova versus Kansas.
Nova versus Kansas.
And I got Kansas beating Nova.
Okay, so you got Kansas and Duke in the championship.
Yeah, and then I got Kansas beating Duke in the championship.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go with. That's who I feel the most strongly about is Kansas right now.
Wow, man, the Kansas Jayhawks as your champions. I could see it. I don't know. Though. For me, I got UNC playing Houston. I think it's going to be a dogfight because, like I said, I've been riding with Houston since before the tournament. I know I saw what they did last year in the tournament. I was taking them this year because I don't need to see anything else. But, man, UNC, they got hot right at the right time, in my opinion. I think they're just going to keep riding that hot wave into the championship. Before, it just seemed like we had, like, Armando and Caleb Love and, R.J. Davis. But Brady Manick, the orange-haired stallion, he's going to put the Tar Heels on his back and deliver a championship. He reminds me of, like, our version of Larry Bird. I think I said that to Dylan last night. He rebounds, he can stroke that thing. We'll see what happens.
Caleb Love saved you guys, though, last night.
Caleb Love definitely saved us.
Definitely, Caleb Love.
Oh, man, the 30-piece he had last night, that definitely won us the game. And I'm glad you just brought that up because let's think about the players itself. Last thing we'll talk about here in March. Is there any players in March that you guys think have like, oh, he's elevated his draft status for sure, or oh, he's on the radar now for sure? Teams are going to have to be watching out for him. Let's start with you, Chad. Who you got?
For me, it's Jeremy Roach. All year, he made noise all year, but this tournament time, he's been playing like a championship point guard, man. He makes all the right plays. And last 3-4 minutes, these last couple games, Jeremy Roach has completely taken over the game. He's been finding open teammates. Dude makes all the right plays, and I feel like his draft stock has risen a lot since the tournament started.
I really didn't know who he was much, to be honest with you, before the tournament. During the tournament, I'm like, man, this guy is good, dude. He's fearless. He's not afraid to take those shots down the stretch. Dylan, who you got, man?
Man, I hate to go with the theme. I feel like Buzz already said very early who I was here on the show today, which is Brady Manick. But
going with your twin?
I feel like that dude, man, like I didn't really hear much of him throughout the whole year. And then all of a sudden in the NCAA tournament, I'm seeing this guy put up like 20, 26, 30-point games, like hitting like 8 threes and shit. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy, and now I'm hearing about him everywhere. This guy he could potentially be something, I think, maybe one day. So as long as he puts his mind to the game, he could be good.
Okay, I like that. I hate to be kind of biased here, but I'm going to go to UNC player too. Caleb Love, really, I think that game last night alone, like that's a big game. It just shows NBA teams that you come up big in the moment when you're needed. You can take a game in your own hands. You know what I mean?
His confidence was through the roof.
His confidence was through the roof. I mean, and not only was he hitting threes and shit, he was slashing to the basket. He had one like crazy Euro he did to avoid a charge. I don't know if you've seen that. He's a super good player, and I think that game last night just definitely raised some flags for a lot of teams. Like, okay, this guy's pretty good. I guarantee they're going to be watching him in this next game against St. Peter's to see what he's doing. So, yeah, Caleb Love. Hope he comes to the Bulls, baby. Okay, speaking of the Bulls, though, let's move over to the NBA, specifically New York City. Some big news coming out of NYC. New York Mayor Eric Adams lifted the city's COVID-19 vaccine mandate on athletes, clearing the way for Brooklyn Nets star Kyrie Irving to play at the Barclays Center and for unvaccinated New York Yankees and Mets players to play in their April home openers. In case you guys didn't know, MLB has the highest percentage of unvaxxed players of the Big Four, the NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL. So Mayor Adams, quote, "We're going to do it in the right way. We're going to follow the science. We're going to make the right decision. And in New York, no matter what you do, this is 8.8 million people and 30 million opinions, so you're never going to satisfy New Yorkers. So you must just go with the logic, your heart, and the science." So just for those that don't know, NYC had a vaccine mandate that required all employees, public and private, to be vaccinated in order to essentially do their job. And it meant Kyrie couldn't play in any home games, but towards the end of his holdout, he was able to attend Nets home games in street clothes with no mask on, but wasn't able to participate in the game itself, which left a lot of people scratching their head and questioning how much sense these rules really even made. He went from not being able to play and not even be able to be in the building to be able to be in the building maskless but not play. Like, I mean, really, what kind of sense does that make?
Don't make much sense at all.
It's like, it don't make no sense.
It doesn't. You have unvaccinated players sitting courtside or playing, coming into Brooklyn and playing, unvaccinated. Kyrie has to sit.
Yeah.
It's a shit show.
I mean, yeah, dude, we could literally have a whole show just dedicated to how much of a shit show it is. But I want to ask you guys, how significant is it that a player like Irving, someone who unquestionably makes the game of basketball better when he's on the floor and has superstar status, the fact that he put it all aside and stood on what he believed in regardless of the hate he received? So how significant was that to you guys?
That was very significant, very unselfish. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm anti-vax, but I agree with Kyrie in the sense that he has the right to choose. He has the right to do whatever he wants to do. As the media and as fans, we can't force somebody to take a shot if they don't want it. You know what I mean? To me, it's diabolical. Everybody has the right to choose. That's how I feel about it. I'm not anti-vax, but everybody has the right to choose. That's what I'm for. You know
Pro-choice,
what
pro-choice.
Definitely.
Okay, I got it.
He sacrificed it all for rights. You know what I mean?
For
it's
real.
the right to choose. If something came out on the news telling everybody you have to go get a shot, where's the rights in that? Where's people's rights? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. It's diabolical to me.
Dylan, what's your take over there?
Yeah. I damn near agree, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think it just should have never been forced on anybody in the first place. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't think anything should be forced on anybody at any time. All I gotta say is, man, like, I'm glad that Kyrie's back and playing because he's one of my favorite players of all time.
Oh, yeah, Dylan is the Kyrie fan, the biggest Kyrie fan of the podcast, for sure.
I feel like he has a lot of good opinions, man. He's a pretty smart dude, and he literally is one of the best ballers I've ever seen with my own eyes. He has the best handles, the best finishing ability around the basket you could ask for in a player. You create a 99 overall player in 2K that can do stuff like that, it's going to be like Kyrie. That's just how I see it, bro.
He's one of a kind, no doubt. So do you guys think this is going to go down in the history books as a win for human rights and human beings to stand on what they believe? Or is it just going to be remembered as, oh, Kyrie sat out 30 games and he returned in March and the Nets got bounced out and on to the next season? So what do you guys think like the lasting impact of it's going to be? Dylan, go ahead and start us off.
I think people's opinions, their own personal ways they think about certain things are going to affect how they truly gauge what Kyrie did. Some people that have certain views are going to say something, and other people that have different views are going to say the other thing. Right. That's how it's always going to be.
That's how I feel about it. I feel like the media really controls the narrative, and I don't feel like it's going to go down in no history books or anything like that when it's all said and done, because at the end of the day, everybody that's on the outside looking in and sees Kyrie as crazy for not taking the vaccine. He's not crazy at all.
If anything, he's just like so conscious about his own self and he cares about him. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing too, is you said it's unselfish, and I could almost agree to that. I mean, I do agree to that, but a lot of people are like, oh, he's selfish in terms of his teammates and stuff. Right. If I'm Kyrie's teammate, I'm not mad at him at all for this decision. But I see on ESPN and stuff, they're like, oh, if I'm Kyrie's teammate, I'm going to have a talk with him. Dude, he's a grown man. Like, he can make his own decisions. You know what I mean? And Stephen A. Smith is the front runner of all the slander, ain't he?
He dogs Kyrie.
He definitely
any chance
is.
he gets.
He's the front runner of that shit, bro. You know, sometimes it's like all we want to say to that dude.
Yeah, Kyrie, we ain't gonna dog you, brother.
Not at all.
For real, I love Kyrie, man.
Not at all. And this right here is directed to Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, man, we got to move forward here. Oh, I think I know what time it is, you guys. It is time to unleash the secret code word for our giveaway. And that key word is listen. The key word is listen, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give it to you one more time.
Listen to it. Or should you just listen to the man on the mic?
One more time, Marvin Gaye.
Listen, baby.
That keyword is listen. CK, tell them the word again.
Come on, y'all. Keyword, listen.
Listen, baby.
Listen.
Listen, give them that hotline again.
Yo, the hotline, man, is 254-237-3030.
One more time, that is 254-237-3030. CK, one more. 3 times ain't bad.
254-237-3030. Just think dirty 30 when you hit those 30-30s.
Yeah. Just remember 254-237 because the end is going to be 3030. And don't forget to like, rate, subscribe on our platforms. You might as well give our social medias a follow too to stay up to date with the show and to see the other shenanigans that we get into. Okay, man, closing the show out here. You know I kind of always want to do something light just to kind of keep things cool. I saw a headline the other day that caught my eye. Apparently, Jim Carrey originally wanted Nicolas Cage to play Harry Dunn in the classic comedy Dumb and Dumber. And it was super close to happening, believe it or not. Only reason old Nick turned it down was because he wanted to do a little movie called Leaving Las Vegas. And I gotta say, you guys, one time, came home, my dad was drunk. He's like, oh, we gotta watch this movie. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let's watch it. Man, I didn't think it was great at all. It's literally about this suicidal alcoholic who moves to Vegas after losing his family and job. He's like a deadbeat motherfucker, and he falls in love with a hardened prostitute in the movie. I didn't even know what the movie was even about, and I watched it as a grown-up. It wasn't like a movie I watched as a kid, but what do I know? Because this movie went on to be a commercial success, and it gave Nicolas Cage his only Oscar to date. But you know what? That isn't the only time something like this has happened in Hollywood, though. There's been many famous roles that were either turned down or given to another actor, and I gotta hear your guys' take on some of them. So I did a little research, you guys. Let's kick it off right here. Al Pacino as Han Solo from Star Wars. Pacino said the role was, quote, his for the taking back in the 70s, but he turned it down because he didn't understand the script. What do you guys?
I can see that.
I can see that, too.
I wouldn't see how Al Pacino would even be a good character. I don't see how he would fit into Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? I think Harrison Ford was perfect. Al Pacino, he's into like gangster shit, gangster movies, shit like that. Star Wars is a little, I feel like, over his head type shit.
Dylan, what do you think?
I definitely think Harrison Ford played that role the best, like better than at least Al Pacino could have played it. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, Al Pacino's legendary, definitely.
So Al Pacino should just stick to like his fucking badass roles and shit.
I mean, I don't know. He can definitely do whatever he wants to do.
I mean, did you like Al Pacino and Jack and Jill?
Oh my gosh. This is the Pacino we love right here.
Stupid fuck.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT Pacino right there, damn it.
Definitely.
I'm with you guys. I don't think he would have done good on that one. Moving forward, though. Will Smith as Neo from The Matrix? Will Smith said, quote, I would have absolutely messed up The Matrix. I wasn't smart enough as an actor to just let the movie be. Whereas Keanu was smart enough to just let it be. So who do you guys think, Will Smith or Keanu as Neo?
Definitely Keanu, man. Me personally. I love Will Smith. Will Smith's one of my favorite actors, bro. But, like, I think just Keanu just looks right for the role, man, in my opinion. Like, just real sleek-looking guy. Real kind of, you know what I mean?
I can see where they maybe thought Will Smith Men in Black. Like, Neo basically is him. You know what I mean?
I
like,
can see Will Smith in Matrix, bro. I think Will Smith as Neo would have been fucking dope. Dope as fuck, bro.
So you think he would have done better than Keanu?
I think he would have did just as good, if not better. We're talking about Will Smith here, bro.
We are.
Will Smith is legendary, man. Definitely legendary.
He's good. Moving forward, Robin Williams is Hagrid? This reportedly came very, very close to happening before J.K. Rowling made the stipulation that only British actors will be cast in the adaptations of the film. So I got to ask you guys, Robbie Coltrane or Robin Williams? CK?
Robbie Coltrane, I don't see Robin Williams playing Hagrid. He's not big enough, wide enough. Unless the dude they had playing Hagrid faked his height.
He was 6'1".
Okay. Yeah, Robin Williams ain't tall enough and big enough, and his voice ain't deep enough.
Yeah, I'm going to say Robbie Coltrane, too. I feel like he just played it right. It was a good casting, honestly. I don't know. I'm sure Robin Williams definitely could have played a role. Just like Will Smith could have definitely played Neo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess this is when I think about it. I look back and I see them. I think, like, damn, they played that shit pretty damn good. You know what I mean?
I think if they could have gave Robin Williams some added height, I think I would have loved to see him as Hagrid. Like, his personality as Hagrid, like, just something. I mean, don't get me wrong, Robbie Coltrane did it amazing, but I think Robin Williams would have brought something extra to it that was just different. You know what I mean? But either way, the character is still legendary. Tom Cruise is Iron Man? What?
I'd have been dope.
When the concept of an Iron Man-centric movie was first developed back in the late 90s, Tom Cruise was in line to produce and star as Tony Stark. And not only that, supposedly Quentin Tarantino was among some of the names being tossed around to direct it. So who you guys got, Tom Cruise or Robert Downey Jr.?
I mean, I like Tom Cruise. I've always loved Tom Cruise. All the Mission Impossible movies always been dope as fuck. But that being said, Robert Downey Jr., man, his best role is Iron Man.
Yeah,
He is Iron Man, bro.
damn near, bro.
That's so true. His best role is Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr., he makes it really funny.
Yeah.
He has like a douchebag personality.
Exactly.
And all the Marvels.
Exactly.
Tom Cruise couldn't fit that. Couldn't fit that character, but
The thing is I think Tom Cruise is kind of a douchebag, but Tom Cruise is like a closet douchebag where he's like doing good shit in the community. You know what I mean? Robert Downey Jr. is a douchebag on and off screen. You know what I mean? D-Man, what about you, brother?
Yeah, bro, Robert Downey Jr. all day. I don't think I can envision Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Me personally. That's just me. That's how I see it.
Okay. This next one might knock your guys' socks off. O.J. Simpson as the Terminator? This was before the murder trial. He had acting experience,
fucking irony in that.
but James Cameron and his producers wanted to look elsewhere because, quote, people wouldn't have believed a nice guy like O.J. playing the part of a ruthless killer. So who you guys got, O.J. or Arnold as the Terminator?
I got Arnold.
Arnold, man.
That shit's funny though, like the irony in OJ playing a ruthless fucking killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really is.
It would have been dope to see on screen. Is OJ Simpson in any movies?
Yeah, he's actually in 2 movies. One of them's called like Towering Inferno, and another one's Naked Gun, like Naked Gun something.
I should have known that.
D-Man?
Yeah, bro, I'm going to have to go with Arnold Schwarzenegger as well, man. I feel like he definitely just captivated that role perfectly, bro. Big-ass, strong-ass dude. Like, you envision that motherfucker as a Terminator, literally.
For real, I think he was definitely the perfect Terminator, to be honest with you. Okay, last but not least, Jim Carrey as Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, Jim Carrey was Disney's first choice out the gate, but everyone mutually agreed that Johnny Depp's representation of the character would make him an instant icon. But what do you guys think? Chad, what do you think? Jim Carrey or Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp did a fantastic job, but I could really see Jim Carrey in that spot. Like his ability to do multiple like personalities and shit, like how he's crazy off the wall, he's unpredictable, you know what I mean? Jim Carrey would definitely be good in that part.
D-Man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree on that 100%. This is like the only one of all the questions we were asked, like where I'm going with the opposite rather than the original person that played the role. Like I do think Jim Carrey. I mean, Johnny Depp did a great job on that, but I do think Jim Carrey could play it, if not play it as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Than he did.
The only thing I would say is I just think Johnny Depp has the look of it better. You know what I mean? Johnny Depp sells it, bro. When you look at Johnny Depp and all that gear, he looks like a legit pirate, like a cool, wisecracking pirate that'll like be cool with you all night and then steal all your shit at the end of the night. You know what I mean? And he's gone in the night.
Jim Carrey like with a fucking eye patch and like
I think it would be
that crazy ass smile, like that Grinch smile.
Here's the thing, though. I can't imagine it, but I think it'd just be too funny. Like I don't know, like you know what I mean. Johnny Depp was just more Johnny Depp, and to me, I think this is we just said talk about best roles ever for Robert Downey Jr. To me, this is like Johnny Depp's best role ever, bro. Like Pirates of the Caribbean. Man, Jim Carrey has so many classic roles already. Let's just let Johnny Depp have a little shine, you guys. Come on. Like you guys need to hop off Johnny Depp, please. All right, man. That does it here for us at Dirty 30 Studios, man. What a blessing to be back in here, you guys. Don't forget to text that keyword. One more time on the keyword. What we got? Hey, if you can hear that.
Listen, man!
Like you're doing right now. And that hotline is 254-237-3030. Tell your mother, brother, sister, grandpa, third cousin, therapist, McDonald's drive-thru person. It doesn't matter. Tell them all to tune in and text that keyword for a chance of some free money.
Keyword LISTEN. Listen!
Hey, man, don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, and follow our social medias. That's all we got for you today. Fellas, any closing remarks?
Shit. Feels good to be back, brothers. I can't wait to keep doing this shit. Can't wait to keep grinding. Can't wait to keep putting out these crazy-ass episodes, funny-ass episodes. People just tune in, dropping nothing but facts, dropping nothing but grade A information you have to hear. Please tune in.
D-Man, what you got?
Man, thank everybody for staying out here and listening to us. We appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one, and subscribe.
Hey, do not forget to do all that what they just said. As always, I'm your host, Buzzer Larkin.
I'm Chad Kelly.
And I'm D-Man.
And that's a wrap.